First Alert Storm Team Weather Center here at 7:05 p.m. on this July the 18th, this Tuesday evening. We've been tracking some very strong thunderstorms. They've been of enormous, huge lightning factories here and heavy rainmakers, tropical. We were seeing rainfall rates estimated around 2 to 4 inches per hour. A high water rescue report off 7th Street Road. I think that's just on the south end of Louisville. We have a flash flood warning off to the southeast of Louisville we'll get to as well. That is in Marion and Nelson counties. The severe thunderstorm warning that we had for part of southern Jefferson County and Bullitt County has been canceled early, thankfully, so we do not have any severe thunderstorm warnings ongoing right now across the area. We'll go ahead and put a loop on that so you can see the trend there. We're starting to see much lighter rain now around Shively, PRP, Valley Station. If you have any reports of any flooding, any possibly trees down, we've had a report of about 5,000 power outages. Let us know in the comments too, and we will relay those. Just making sure the audio and video is looking good. It looks like we're in good shape right there. So things will begin to kind of dwindle down, diminish over the next hour or two as things have just been really worked over. So we had some really muggy air out there today, up to 98 degrees. Really unstable air, again, tropical in nature. And then we had this disturbance, this boundary, just lift up all of that air into these enormous, huge, humongous thunderstorms that we have been tracking. So as we expand out our view, we're starting to see things dry out west of Interstate 65. I can go full screen here so you can see that. Still some really heavy rainfall around Springfield, Kentucky and near Lebanon, and that's where we have that flash flood warning. So watch out. Do not try to cross any flooded roads. It can wash out underneath, and you might think it's kind of shallow, and then it can be a lot deeper, and then you get yourself in trouble. Just remember, turn around, don't drown. So right now, we still have some really heavy rain coming down Shepherdsville, lots of lightning and thunder, some gusty winds over toward Taylorsville, and of course the east end of Metro Louisville up to Prospect. Heavy rain coming down near Sellersburg through Jeffersonville, New Albany, Clarksville, and then as we travel east down Interstate 64, heavy rain lining up through Simpsonville and Shelbyville. Shelbyville has had quite a bit of rainfall round after round here over the last 24 hours, so the flooding potential could be a little bit greater there over parts of Shelby County. Again, about 5,000 power outages reported. One high water rescue has been reported too. So if you don't need to venture out, especially in that flash flood warning that goes until 10 p.m., that's the advice. Don't head out unless you need to until those thunderstorms move out and we start to see some of the potential flooding diminish across the area. We've got a flood advisory for Metro Louisville that Storm Team Meteorologist Alden German just handed to me until 10:15. So flood advisory for Louisville, flash flood warning there over part of Nelson County that is near Bardstown. So it's kind of like that little portion of Nelson County that goes into southern Washington County into near Lebanon there in Marion County. So not much in the way of warnings at this time. We are going to see a quick end to the severe thunderstorm watch that's not out for many areas anymore anyway. We're taking a look there. We zoomed in. There you see that it's drying out to the west. This whole feature, this cluster of showers and thunderstorms, is moving off to the east at about 25 miles per hour. So there is what's left of the severe thunderstorm watch until 9 p.m. Bullitt, Nelson, Washington, Marion, Taylor, and Adair counties. But once the storms move through, that is going to be gone, which I would say will happen within about an hour. So the severe weather threat, again, will not last very much longer. So this is the rainfall totals there where we have the flash flood warning, 2 to about 4 inches, and it's still coming down at torrential rates. Rainfall totals very hefty along areas along and south of Interstate 64. There are spots in between these rain gauges that are picking up much heavier amounts than that. So Futurecast is showing that activity moving off to the east again over the next hour, hour and a half, and then maybe a leftover isolated shower, but much quieter overnight. Tomorrow morning, some showers will likely linger over western Kentucky, but much of our area will be dry. There's not much showing up at this time on Futurecast for tomorrow afternoon, but there wasn't much showing up for today, yesterday, when we showed Futurecast and we saw what happened. With that said, air is still going to be a bit unstable. It's going to be muggy out there, so we definitely can't rule out some pop-up showers and thunderstorms for our Wednesday afternoon. And also for Thursday, some additional rounds of showers and thunderstorms will be possible. That is our Thursday right there. Okay, let's head back to, we'll go back to Metro Louisville, and I'll just leave up this loop of that heavy rainfall. This is a 1 hour loop right there. And thankfully, again, no severe thunderstorm warning, so wind has not been a major impact, damaging winds. We haven't had a big history of that this evening. Just the really heavy rainfall has been a big impact. The lightning strikes causing some power outages, and there's been some hail reported, but we're not seeing much of that either. So a lot of rain, too much rain over a short period of time, causing some issues. All right, let me just take a look and see if we have any reports or comments. Thanks again in the comments if you want to leave a report. Again, the severe weather threat will come to an end here pretty rapidly over the next hour. Thanks for watching here, Stuart Emerson. Hopefully you're hearing okay. It looks like the audio is working on the channels. Go back to the double box there. Sandy, thanks for your report. Had the hard rain and lightning, but nothing right now. All right, so again, just here at 7:12, just wanted to give you guys an update with the strong thunderstorm that's been moving through Metro Louisville. There you can see it is mostly over the east end of Louisville now, heading toward Shelbyville. There is not a warning on that. We do have a flood advisory, so continue to watch out for some high water. Shepherdsville, Mount Washington, Taylorsville, more continuous heavy rainfall there coming down. Again, just looking over some comments here, see if we have any reports. Hopefully your power doesn't go out. Thank you, Rocky Marshall. Thanks for tuning in. Lucinda Lewis, howdy to you. Thanks for watching here tonight. Mariana Walters, Carolyn Aldridge. Anything for Bonnieville? No, this should be the main event for the rest of tonight, unlike last night when our main event was during the overnight hours. But what this will do is really just churn over the atmosphere and settle it down. Now, there might be an isolated shower overnight, but this severe weather threat is rapidly now coming to an end. Still a pretty high concentration of lightning near Shelbyville. New flash flood warning for the almost eastern half of Louisville. That's from Fern Creek to Anchorage. That includes Simpsonville. Areas down Shelbyville Road, Interstate 64. So let me go ahead and take the radar off, and we'll be able to see that a little bit better. That goes to Shelbyville, Middletown. Looks like Linden might be in that as well. Obviously, thanks to the really heavy rainfall that we have covering the area right now. So yeah, if you have any flood reports,
that's until 10:15.
That's until 10:15. Thank you, Alden. Sorry, I'm just looking over some other products here that we have on our screen. Just take this off here. All right, so still got the lightning on there, but have just cleaned up the view on the map so you can see where we have the flash flood warning until 10:15. So the flood advisory that we had until 10:15 for some areas has been upgraded to a flash flood warning. Please take it seriously. Flooding is the #1 storm-related killer. You would think maybe tornado, maybe lightning, maybe damaging winds, but it's flooding. A lot of times we just feel safer around water, drive through it, get yourself in trouble. If your basement floods, make sure the power's out before you venture down there and check things out. Have to keep in mind that electricity and water conducts electricity, and it can be a very unsafe situation. So again, Prospect to Fern Creek, Anchorage, looks like Linden, and over towards Middletown, Simpsonville, Shelbyville, southern Oldham County around Crestwood, also under that flash flood warning until 10:15. Don't want to leave out you guys off here to the south, where we have a lot of lightning strikes as well in southern Washington County, Kentucky, and around Springfield, where the thunderstorms continue. We've had a bunch of rain there, about 2 to 4 inches in that green area, which is a flash flood warning as well, from just south of Bardstown to Loretto, Lebanon, and Springfield. Again, we just remember our old friend Tad, turn around, don't drown. All right, the severe thunderstorm watch that we had for much of the area is going to be wiped off and gone here very soon. The severe weather threat is ending very soon. What we have left over is the flood concerns that we need to watch out for. So rain still very heavy coming down over east end of Louisville, Jeffersonville, southern Oldham County through Shelbyville. Frequent cloud to ground lightning strikes. If the thunder roars, head indoors. The other rule of thumb. Taylorsville, heavy rainfall, and it's coming down in buckets still around Mount Washington to Shepherdsville and through much of Washington County, Kentucky, including Springfield. That's it, though. That's the 2 big clusters that we have. East end of Louisville, Shelby County through Spencer, eastern Nelson, and into Washington County. As we put this into a loop, this is moving off to the east at about 20 to 30 miles per hour. So it should not take long to get this out of here, out of our viewing area, and then hopefully the water will recede in your area pretty quickly, and then it'll be much safer to venture out. We've got some of this information at the bottom of our screen. We'll keep the crawl going, obviously, if there's any severe weather threat, flooding concerns on WHS 11 television. We've got, of course, a whole lot of information on WHS11.com. Our WHS11 app has interactive radar, warnings, all that stuff as well. Crystal says storming in Loretto. Yeah, and possibly flooding, too, in that area, so watch out. Lillian, nothing really concerning for Litchfield as that storm has moved east of you, and it looks like things will settle down for the rest of tonight. I don't like how Facebook comments work sometimes, but I'm trying to click through them. All right, so we will wrap things up here shortly. Any other reports on your end there, Alden?
No, just that water rescue and the folks got out themselves, so everything's fine there.
Okay, there's one water rescue on, what was it, 7th Street Road?
7th and Noble.
7th and Noble, but they got out themselves and everybody's in good shape there. Leora, thank you for that report. Andre Goatley, thanks for watching here tonight. Take care there, Carrie Bilger in the Casey County area. Thank you guys watching on YouTube as well. Again, severe weather threat, very, very low now. We don't have any warnings. All the watches are almost gone as well once these storms pass through. Flash flood warning for east end of Louisville, very southern tip of Oldham County through much of Shelby County until 10:15, and then we have that additional flash flood warning for east central Nelson County, just south of Bardstown, includes a little portion of Bluegrass Parkway, and the flash flood warning between Lebanon and Springfield, Kentucky. These storms will continue to move out here over the next hour or so. Yeah, Alden?
In Middletown, reports of water up to the bumpers of cars along Lake Forest Parkway.
All right, Lake Forest Parkway. So Lake Forest neighborhood, water up to the bumpers of some cars, unfortunately. That's the other thing, and I've had it happen to me. If you try to drive through, when I made a poor decision, drive through some of that high water, if it gets into your intake, your engine, you're in rough shape and looking at some repairs to your car. So obviously, number one, you want to protect yourself. Number two, protect your car, protect others. Do not try to drive through any flooded roadways. Thanks for watching our live stream here. It is 7:21 on this busy Tuesday evening on July 18th. We'll keep an eye on things, but no warnings at this time other than those two flash flood warnings we just mentioned. Thanks for tuning in.